Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? It's your old pal Shanksy, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we take a look at your, well, maybe not your, but someone's roster, and we compare it, see what they're working on, give you an idea on comparison on what you might be working on, what you can expect to be at that stage, and basically any advice that I can give to help streamline or help basically grow your roster in any way, shape or form. So thank you for stopping by, thank you for checking out the video. If you do want your roster reviewed, watch until the end, drop me a message on Discord, links are down below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'll put my hands up, there is a queue on this service, there's a few people already in the queue, but I will do my best to get through absolutely everyone. It's totally free of charge. If you do want to skip the queue, we can talk, but other than that, get in touch with me on Discord and we will go from there. But without further ado, let's get into today's roster. Right, so in today's roster review, we are going to be checking out, I'm going to mispronounce this no matter how I attempt it. I've said it about 25 different ways in my head, so I'm going to go for Favir. Could be Favor, could be Fiver. I don't know. But we're sticking with Favir because it sounds exotic. So Favir has been playing for 435 days and has spent around £60 on the game in total. Not too bad at all. During that time, he has amassed a total collection power of 3.4, near enough 3.5 million. Strongest team power is 326k. He's been War MVP 9 times. Total characters collected 119. 27 of them are at max rank. All-time arena rank is number 1. And his latest arena rank has been number 12. In the arena, he is running the old duo of Ultron, Phoenix, and with Colossus, Minerva, and Captain Marvel in there to boot. So, let's have a little look at his roster and see what we can see. You know what? I'm going to move myself over just ever so. There we go. Ever so slightly. Save half my face getting cut off every now and again. Face. Right, let's do it. Having a little look. Top of the shop. What have we got going on? We've got Scientist Supreme, Vision, Falcon, Psylocke, Doctor Strange. My big fat head is blocking American Chavez. Captain America, AIM Security, Shocker, and Korath have all been favorited. So straight away, looking at that, Scientist Supreme, Falcon, obviously looking at Tech Wing there, with power armor to boot. Vision has been starting to be used in a lot of U7 teams as well. So I'm guessing these three here, with the extra levels on them and stuff like that, are almost like getting them up for U7, getting them up for some type of U7 team, whatever that may look like. Psylocke sitting there at 40k, level 65, 130 shards, 4 red stars on her as well, so she's being favoured now that she's farmable. Doctor Strange is in there for a great deal many people. I feel like a lot of these guys are favoured for a lot of people. Maybe with the exception of Korath. You don't normally see Korath up there. So maybe the Mercenary event? I'm not entirely sure. American Chavez, definitely at 35.3. Captain America at 33. AIM Security at 22. Shocker at 22. And he's nearly there for the 7th star on Shocker as well. 82 more shards to go. Not bad at all. I know from personal experience, that is one hell of a farm. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got Merc Lieutenant there favoured as well, and that leaves me to believe, again, with Korath being favoured, he is definitely gearing up for that Gold Rush event to 7-star, that bad boy. Because let's be fair, we all need the extra gold. Even though I've been told Favir's got about 18 million stacked up. If you want to lend us like 8 million gold, I'll pay you back like, I don't know, 10 gold a week. You know, you let me know what you think about that deal. I'm all for it. So Star-Lord's favoured as well, 69k. Star-Lord's not favoured. This is where we start the top of the shop of the roster. We've got 69k on Star-Lord, pretty much 70k. 5 red stars on him, looking pretty damn decent. Captain Marvel at level 74, 69k. 5 red stars on her. Ultron at 63. Shuri at 62. Nick Fury being blocked by myself at 61.9. Rocket Raccoon there at 60. Phoenix at 60. Invisible Woman at 59. And Minerva at 57. Then we've got Shield Security, also gear tier 13 by the looks of it, with quite a few mats there to go for gear tier 14 by the looks of things. He's actually a toon that I'm toying with the idea of gear tier 14 in after that orb event. So, I really like Shield Security. And with a pretty damn good Coulson next to him at 56k, Shield Medic at 54, Shield Assault at 54. That leaves that as a really, really strong Shield Coulson team. And all very, very close levels as well, with 61 there for Fury. And then the rest around the 55, 56 mark. That's really, really nice, man. I like that a lot. Groot over there at 51. Kree Noble is being blocked by myself at 46. And the reason for that 46 there is due to the insane amount of red stars. At 6 red stars there. Looking pretty damn tasty. 46k for Jessica Jones. We got Rescue there at 46. Luke Cage. Shield Operative now has been 7-star. Well, basically got the mats for it, the shards for it, but not spending that gold. Hoarding that 18 million, are you? I like your style. I wish I could. Colossus there at 3-star, 44k. Magneto at 43. Thanos there at 43. Iron Man, Storm. I really like Storm. She's well worth the investment in there, man. Especially with that 4 red star. Storm plays a very, very, very big part for me in U7 at the moment. So I would definitely recommend not being so tight and spend some gold. Sabretooth in there as well, waiting to go up to 7 stars. Iron Fist, Daredevil, Juggernaut, Shield Trooper in there at 40k. Then we go down to Wolverine, Kree Oracle, War Machine, Mystique, Punisher, Kree Royal Guard behind me at 37k with 4 red stars on them. Pyro at 37, again with enough shards to go up. I feel like you've got some really, really good toons waiting to go up to 7-star, man. If you've got that much gold, you're not gaining interest in it, dude. That's all I'm saying, you know. Like, I'm all for hoarding gold and stuff, but you're not gaining interest on it, you know. It's better in the Blitz store. Just saying. Mordo at 37, Kree Reaper, Miss Marvel. I'm just jealous that I can't do it. I'll put my hands up. I'm just jealous I can't do it. Night Nurse at 36k. Now, I wouldn't spend the 500k on her. I'll put my hands up, all right? Deadpool there at 35. Ghost Rider at 34. Kree Cyborg, Spider-Man, Gamora behind me at 32.5. Elsa at 31. Nearly at 5 stars as well. Mr. Miles Morales at 7-star if you choose to spend the gold. AIM Researcher there at 5 red, 31k. And Loki again, 6-star. What is up with you 6-star in these guys and not actually finishing it off, man? This is why you've got 18 million gold and I've got about 8 gold. Not even 8 million, just 8. Dear, I sometimes look through the shop and go, oh, I wish I could buy that. Oh, I wish I could afford them ABCs. But honestly, man, strengthening your roster, depending on like what could come out, what will come out, what, when, where, who, why, when, all of that jazz. I've got to be honest, man, I'd rather be spending it on the teams that I like, the teams that I'm trying to work on and stuff like that, rather than hoarding it. Yes, don't get me wrong, sometimes during like a Coulson special event, milestone and that, I type of sit there and think to myself, oh, I wish I had a bit more gold. But to see the progress in my roster, to get through my Blitz rotations easier, to earn more points in Blitz, all that type of stuff, to strengthen my war teams, to strengthen my roster overall, I'd rather spend the gold than hang on to it, personally. I'd love to know what the reason is behind the hoarding of it. Scarlet Witch there at level 60, 31k. Killmonger at 30k. Ronan the Accuser, Okoye, Black Panther. M'Baku, Drax, Quake, Black Widow. And then we go down to Mysterio down there at 26k. Then we start dropping to Carnage, Venom. Graviton, his Blitz comes out tonight. Mantis at 7-star. Yondu, near enough at 7-star. A Monstrosity, whoa, well over on the A Monstrosity shards. I don't know if you guys can see that. 756. So that's 256 shards over. With Vulture there ready to get 7-starred. Green Goblin ready to get 7-starred. Rhino ready to get 7-starred. So many waiting in the wings, man. Hand Sentry there at 6-star. Then we go down to Elektra, which is curious, right? So you've got a lot of the... oh, right, of course, it's mercenaries that you've got favoured for the gold event, not the hand team. Fair enough. But that is 6 red stars on that Electra. And I would love to see what she looks like fully leveled up. I reckon she's still trash. I reckon that Electra fully leveled up with a crit does maybe 73.5 damage. Maybe, if she's lucky. Nobu there at 5 there. Merc Right Guard, Hand Blade Master, Hand Assassin at 16. We've got Hand Sorceress, Bullseye, 15.5 for Thor, 15.2 for Cable, 13.1 for Hela. Looking pretty good there. I do really like Hela. I would definitely recommend throwing some mats towards her. Ravager Boomer, Winter Soldier, Sif is in there as well. Ready to go up to 4-star with Hand Archer there at 11. Heimdall ready to go up to 4-star. Crossbones, Namor ready to go up, dude. You need to be boosting Namor up if you want to take him into that war offense and literally obliterate some fools. The Fantastic Four with Namor have got such beautiful punch-up abilities in War. I really do like them. Outside of War, they're a pretty okay-ish team. Inside of War, they hit like a truck. Nebula at 10, Hawkeye, Ant-Man at 1,028 shards. I thought I got a lot of Ant-Man in Ultimates. Dear, oh dear. Kingpin there at 10,000. Ravager Stitcher at 9.6. Wasp, Merc Soldier, Human Torch. Really good character. Again, the Thing being blocked by myself at 8.6. Mr. Fantastic 8.6. Hulk at 7.8 with a ton of shards to go on him. Aim Assaulter there and Hydra Rifle Trooper. Getting towards the tail end of everyone's roster. Very often do we see the same characters. You know, Ant-Man and Wasp are always down there. All of the Hydras are always down there. Ravager Stitcher, Bruiser, Kingpin. All of these guys are so often down at the bottom. And literally, it appears that very few people have started work on Strife as well. So as far as this Marauders team go, let me know if there's anyone watching this, guys, with a massive Marauders team. And if so, how do they do? Because they certainly seem to be one of them teams that have tried to come out that no one's paid any attention to from what I've been seeing. Aim Infector there at 5.5, Hydra Grenader, Merc Sniper, Hydra Sniper, Hydra Scientist, Ravager Bruiser, there he is, and Hydra Armor Guard, all really low down at the level 40s mark, with Mr. Sinister at level 42, 4 stars. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Somehow, at level 42, higher stars, higher gear, by the looks of things, that Hydra Armored Guard is actually higher than him. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Mr. Sinister definitely could do with some loving. But, so straight away, man, I'll put my hands up. Straight away, this roster confuddles me. It's got me in a mucking fuddle. It really has. There's so many good characters. You've got good levels on them. Decent looking gear on them as well. I don't understand the mentality behind hoarding the gold, as it were. But let's have a little look at the save squads and see what we can see. See if we can move anything around, and maybe it will dawn on me to why you haven't 7-starred some of these guys. Right, so top of the shop at 212 power. We have got the defenders, even though they're not the highest, they're not the highest team here. 212k, solid positioning with Daredevil next to Cage, JJ in the middle, Iron Fist and Punisher there on the end. Nothing wrong with that positioning whatsoever. We then go down to the Guardians team with Star-Lord over there, Rocket next to him getting that energy, Thanos in the middle feeding both Rocket and Minerva energy, and Groot on the end to act as the tank for after that turn 1 taunt. So that's basically got a double tank there. Rocket goes special, Groot taunts as a result of it. After that Groot taunt wears off, Thanos has got his taunt up. I like that team. I like it a lot. Very standard team. Then we've got the Fury team, but we're not using Medic and Coulson. Now this is something we see quite a lot in Blitz rotations, that we actually still make use of all of the minions, and then we use like Medic and Coulson on a different team, normally with Quake. And I actually really like that team in Blitz as well. It does make a lot of sense. So nothing wrong with that for a Blitz rotation whatsoever. Moving down to the Krees at 190. That massive Kree Noble up there at 46k. It's pretty standard that we see Krees normally end around the 160, 170 mark. Obviously, with big red stars, that would go up a little bit. I'm also thinking with the extra stars on Ronan, I think that will take that team to over 200k, and that'd be pretty damn nice, man. Pretty damn tasty. Now, this Brotherhood team breaks my heart a little bit, man. It breaks my heart a little bit. Sabretooth, Pyro, Magneto. Pyro and Sabretooth are such good characters. Pyro, in my opinion, is probably one of the most underrated toons in the game, especially when countering Ultrons, when countering minions, applying bleeds, like massive amount of debuffs. I really, really like Pyro. And the fact that you've got him there ready to be 7-starred, make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Then we've got, right, the minions, basically, the dregs, whoever's left over. Carnage and Venom being used together, really smart move. Kree Cyborg in there with Ultron and Night Nurse. I type of like that team, although I did see something a little bit further on that I would like to make an adjustment to this team, depending on what you think. But I would personally make an adjustment to this team. But as things stand, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Power Armor team, absolutely no problems with that whatsoever. Nice big rescue there. I would try to take War Machine up a little bit more at 38k. I normally like to have him the highest out of all of them, or Falcon with the big AoE damage. But that's looking pretty damn cool. A nice little tasty 5 red stars there on rescue as well. The Wakandans sitting there at 180k. They're a decent war team. I'm starting to respect the Wakandans a little bit more, I suppose. So I do like that. I'm starting to work on mine as well. Now, with this Sinister Six team, I would definitely give them a little bit of investment. You've got the gold. They're a solid team. Again, a 220, 230k team. They've got great punch-up potentials in Blitz versus any Defenders team. They've got great punch-up potential in War versus Defenders team. And they're just a really nice burst team. You know, like, they're a real good burst team in War when you're looking at someone going, whoa, who's going to beat that? These guys go quick, they go hard, and everyone else goes home. So I would definitely put some investment in the Sinister Six. But would that be the first team that I do? I don't know. It'd be the first team that I'd work on that I've seen so far. Right, then we've got the Brawlers team. Everyone's looking pretty good there. 33, 35, 31. Everyone's really nicely close together there as well. There's literally about 5k difference between the highest and the lowest, and I like that. That makes for a very good synergized team. I like what you're doing there. 227k on the X-Men. Nothing you can really do with the X-Men until some of these guys become, well, mainly Colossus becomes farmable. So that's a real solid team. Maybe give Wolverine a little bit of love, but honestly, it's real personal preference there. Then we are using Captain Marvel, Drax, Gamora, Yondu, and Mantis. I actually quite like this team. I actually do quite like this team. I feel like this is going to win in Blitz full stop just because of that 70k Captain Marvel is going to end some fools' lives. But yeah, really solid team. Nothing wrong with that. In War, I would probably put them on the Brawlers team. I like the fact that Captain Marvel can go a lot more with Miss Marvel there present as the Brawler synergy. But that team looks solid to me, man. Absolutely solid. Moving on down, we've got Supernatural team at 172k, 34, all closely synergized, all getting them together. I like that. I like what you do there when you're leveling your teams up. You definitely do keep everyone together. Rather than me, I normally go hard on one character and then try and bring the rest up to balance it out. 154k on the AIM team. Evidently, what I've just said did fall apart a little bit there, but Scientist Supreme is such a big character, it doesn't really make a difference. Here we go, the Quake Coulson group with Black Widow and Captain America. I like that team a lot. Got a lot of time for that team. One thing that I would say while we're going through this team, I don't know, like in a Blitz rotation, I'd probably try and get them in order, dude. I'd probably try and get them in order, and that way you could start with your weakest team, work your way up as the multiplier gets bigger, and then the higher teams are going to get a bigger multiplier, basically. Score you even more Blitz points, get your rotations done quicker, get your milestones done quicker, all of that type of stuff. It does get you a lot more points. Just taking the time to organise the Blitz rotation saves you a lot of time in the long run. Now, this is the team that I was going to suggest changing. We've got a 59k Invisible Woman there. And then we've got like 8k, 10k, 8k, 8k. What I would personally do is I would take Invisible Woman out and I would put her on that Ultron team. I'd probably then move off Kree Cyborg. Yeah, I'd move off Kree Cyborg or even Night Nurse. And then I'd put that person on to that Fantastic Four team. Just for the Blitz rotations, I feel like you might get more points out of it. And sometimes the healer doesn't always do the best when you're punching up during a Blitz rotation. I feel like that might actually come in pretty handy. And definitely something I would do for Blitz anyway. Then we've got 81k there. We've got 31k for Loki, 13, 15. Nothing wrong with that team whatsoever, man. Obviously, Asgardians need a little bit of loving. And they would probably be my number 2 priority. I would make them number 1 if I was going for Black Bolt, right? If I was going for Black Bolt, I would make the Asgardians my number 1 priority. However, I feel like the Sinister Six are a little bit further ahead. You've got a lot more stars on the Sinister Six and could probably take them up to a much scarier team before you start working on the Asgardians. After that, I would then make Fantastic Four priority number 3. So, yeah, I would go Sinister Six, Asgardians, Fantastic Four in that order. Mainly just for red stars and things like that. Just for the amount of stars that you've got on them guys. It just type of makes sense in that order for me. Not saying that they're better teams or anything. Like, in my opinion, the Sinister Six are not as good as the Asgardians. However, with the stars that you've got, with the resources that you've already collected on them, it wouldn't take as much to bring them up to a strong team power there. Then we've got the mercenary team down there. Nothing really much to say about that. That team is what it is. A bog standard round 1 of Blitz. Then we've got 90k for the hand team. Maybe start working on hand once you eventually go for that hand event that comes around every now and again. But there's nothing wrong with the way they are. 90k power, type of like where they sit. And then I'm guessing down here at 299k, this is the U7 team, at a guess. So we're going for Captain Marvel, makes total sense with the amount of, you've got a 59k, 63k, 57 and 50k. The only thing I would change about this team is I would move the positioning round slightly. I would move Minerva over to where Captain Marvel is. That separates your Minerva and your Scientist Supreme in U7. What you don't want to do is someone target like Minerva and then that splash damage kills Scientist Supreme as a result, and then you're out 2 healers in one shot. It's just safer to move them apart and they don't get beat up quite as much. So yeah, that is where I would that is what I would do. All right, that would be where I start to look at is I would start spending some of that gold, dude. You know, spend some of that gold. You've got some great teams there. You've got all the characters. You know what you're doing. You've put your teams together really, really nicely. Synergized really well. Just start leveling them up. Start pushing them forward. That gold isn't going to spend itself. And while we all moan about being skinned, it's better to spend it than not. You know, like it's not helping your alliance. It's not helping your blitz scores. It's not helping your arena. It's not helping. Just sat there. So personally, I'd start spending some of that gold and on those teams in that particular order. But that's only my opinion. Guys and girls watching at home, what would you do? What would you spend it on? Let me know down below what you think of the roster. How would you improve this roster if you took it over today? I'm intrigued. I'd love to know your thoughts, guys. And as always, thank you for watching the video. Guys and girls, if you want to do me a massive favour, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to see more videos like this. If you could do me a massive favour, if you've watched till this point of the video, you're an absolute legend and I love your face. If you could do me a favour, share this with your alliance, whatever, share it with someone. Let your next door neighbour know about it. I don't know. They might watch the video. They might like Marvel Strike Force, and we can only keep going with this beautiful community with your help. So until next time, guys, I shall see you on the flip side. If you want to talk to me in person, you can find me over on my Twitch page, which is www.twitch.tv/Shanksy, or find me in Discord, yada, yada, yada. Hope to see you over there, guys. Until next time, take it easy.